Plan early. It takes 1 year at least to putting up a business for sale. 6, sell your business, take it public or franchise it. What is the business worth? What the owner thinks he should get? No. The amount of money the owner says he needs in order to retire? No. What the current market is willing to pay down to, including 0. Most of your businesses in this room are worth 0. Nothing. Fuck all. Tuppence. What is your business worth? More specific answer, between 3 and 10 times current annual post-tax profits, depending on the industry, the business, and many other factors. Remember timing. To operate a cyclical economy. You operate in a cyclical economy and market. Try to sell in an upwave. Sellers and their representatives invariably present financial projections having more entertainment value than educational value. There's never been a 10-year, okay, you know what I mean. Okay, start, buy a business, build it, puff it up, sell the business, repeat this process, and you will make tens or even hundreds of millions. There is no other legal way which does not rely upon luck. Start up, cash out, repeat. Start up, cash out, repeat. And the young kids can do it more often. Any serious buyer will undertake their own evaluation of your business. They will not believe your figures. There's a summary of the 7 steps. To create wealth in the tens or hundreds of millions, start or buy a business, build it up, sell it, float it, and franchise it. Because that's what I want. That's what I'm teaching you how to be. Pigs at the trough. I want you to snort that fucking money up through your nostrils instead of the coke some of you are using now. I can just see, let's see who. I think I see AJ there. I see AJ there.
When you take your company public, do you sell your shares? Is that how you make
No, if you're the founder like he is, they will only let him exit part of his shares. They will not let him exit all of his shares. Let's say that there's a 10 million, you built it up, you got 1 million shares amongst all the directors. They will let the directors sell a portion of their shares. But then the other portion of the shares that's left over have now a value. You can hypothecate them, meaning borrow against them. And depending on the deal that you made with your investment bankers, you can sell them over time. But you're not going to be able to exit unless, that's why an industry sale where you sell 100% of the company can be more lucrative than a IPO. IPO, you're deemed to stick around and run it for a while. You're deemed to stick around and run it for a while. But either way, you're going to make a lot of money. A lot more money than you have today. And it's been going on since Andrew Carnegie's time. This is not a new deal. It's not a new gig. It's not a new. Why more people don't do it? We've discussed this ad nauseum for a week. But the bottom line is they don't. And it's not likely they're going to start. Part of it is because it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not impossible, but it's not easy. And as I said, if it was easy, there'd be a QLA shop on every corner like Starbucks. But it's not. It's not. But it's, we've produced a lot of kids over the 23 years that have made a fucking unreal amount of money. Unreal amount of money. Billions! And they're back there on the wall. And and money's not everything, kids. But if you don't think money buys happiness, you don't know where to fucking shop. And you can take those billions and you can save the world and global warming and cure AIDS and cure malaria and cure the not enough water to drink and cure there's not enough toilets. And I mean, you can do all that, but you got to make your fucking money first. And that's what this is all about. Making the fucking money. Questions from the kids.
Puffing up the hog. That's mainly
Puffing up the hog.
mainly maximizing revenue, and on the other side cut expenses.
Correct. increase top line revenue and reduce expenses. So you're increasing the margin. When you increase the margin, the gross margin, you increase the value of the business. You increase the value of the business. And then when you increase the value of the business, you can sell it for more.
So when you take a company public, most of your net worth is in the stock?
Well, I mean, in your particular case, all your net worth will be in the stock. Yeah, most of your net worth is in the stock, in the shares. And for some of you that have little or no net worth, most of your net worth will be in the value of the business that you're selling and or taking public. And then you do it again. The benefit of not taking it public and selling it to an industry giant is they want to buy you out 100% because they say, get the fuck out. They don't want you to stay. Because they already have a super infrastructure to take over the business. If you sold out to property developers in the UK, it's not likely they want you to stay. And that's before they even meet you. You know, after they meet you, they'll even less likely that they want you to stay. Yep. Yes, Doc.
As a founder, what is the mechanism by which you pay yourself until you exit for the 3, 5, 7 years?
Okay.
Paying yourself a salary?
Okay, if you're staying on board like you would be, you pay yourself a salary. And you'll get honorarium for being a director. And when you overfinance the deals, you as one of the directors will get part of the overfinance. So you did that just like, yeah.
Give it to me.
Yeah, give it to me.
That's taken out as ordinary or capital?
Well, I mean, the bonuses will be ordinary income. Okay.
The overfinanced.
Yep, that'll be ordinary income. But don't worry about the taxes. You know, if you're worried about paying taxes, you're not making enough fucking money, as Bunker Hunt told me 30 years ago. Yes, sir.
What's the most important things to do a year in advance to build up the buzz around the company before you go to sell it?
Get new contracts. Extend the contracts that you already got. Okay, settle. Grow not just the perception, but the reality of the top line revenue, and then reduce the expenses. But the most important is increasing the top line. Because as I said, you can, guys that create revenue, guys that make that shit happen are hard to find. People that can reduce expenses, the bean counters of the world, are easy to find. And, that's just the way life is. That's why salespeople get paid so much damn money, is because they're increasing the top line. The marketing stroke salespeople make so much money. And that's why I made a lot of money over the years, because I've been, my ability to increase top line has been pretty spectacular over the years. And that's part of the message that I passed on to you guys, is how to increase top line. But extend the contracts you have and get new contracts. And yearly, the longer the contract, the more valuable. 1, 2, 3 year contracts are magic. And contracts with an IBM or British Telecom or Siemens or the big companies are worth much more than a long-term contract with Hoboken. Long-term contracts with people of substance that are going to pay. And the best of all is long-term contracts with the government, a municipality, because the perception is they're going to pay. They may not, a long-term contract with the EU, a long-term contract with the French government. I mean, and the highest value of all is a long-term contract with the federal government, United States federal government. I mean, that's magic. And you'll get valuation, not just dollar for dollar. You'll get a premium for that. Because the perception is they're going to renew the contract with you. And that's not necessarily true, but the perception is. So they're more likely to pay a premium for that long-term contract with the federal government. And remember, long-term is only more than a year. But if you can get like some of the solar contracts, for example, in Germany, are 20, 25-year contracts. I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, because you can hypothecate or meaning borrow against those contracts, or leverage and use the money to borrow against those long-term contracts to expand your business.
Some of those solar farm people out on the fields, they're 20-year contracts.
Yes, I know they are.
Very nice.
Yeah, very, very nice.
It took about 11 years to set up, because my friend's neighbour, he's got 9 units on there by the government, and he's making more money than farming.
Oh, absolutely.
He's doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, those contracts shit money. But I mean, the formula for those solar deals has changed now because the cost for power into the grids has gone down so much. But they're still great deals. But I mean, 4, 5, 6 years ago, I mean, they were literally, they shit money. They shit money. Any other questions?
So overfinancing can be used any way you want? Or?
Correct.
Okay.
Besides looking in the obituary and running ads, how else do you find deals?
Okay. He's alluding to something I said earlier, that you want a motivated seller, you look in the obituaries. Because the people that are in obituaries, they're liquidating their estates. There's nothing immoral about it. You're just going to people that you're helping them out. You're satisfying their need by giving them liquidity to an estate for a loved one that's gone to the big maker in the sky. So you're going to help give liquidity to an estate that would normally not have liquidity. So for you moralists that think that that's not such a good thing, but I'm glad that you remembered that, because that's exactly where you go. One of the places, not
There's ads.
the ads. You're putting in ads for motivated sellers, and that's why LinkedIn is so powerful. And you're not doing it on Facebook. I mean, again, most people on Facebook, loser! I'll get a bunch of shit from Facebook, but I don't give a fuck. You know, as you well imagine, I care. It doesn't matter to me, believe me. Yes, sir.
When you have foreign nationals on your board, are there any limitations? Like, let's say I want to do something in the UK. I want to get somebody from the International Atomic Agency retired that's living in another country. Is there any limitation?
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. Now, with Brexit, that may change. But as of now, there isn't that I'm aware of.
Then what do you do? Go offshore with your entity?
You could. Yeah, you could. You could. But as far as I'm aware, no. Not now. There's no limitation. But I mean, even as you pointed out to me, Brexit's not a couple of years down the road. It's not, so there may be. So I mean, you can be looking at what the opportunities. And I haven't looked at it, but I mean, Brexit is going to have a lot of opportunities.
In my situation, I just build in the factory in Europe, and I'm on both sides of the pond. No problem. So,
Okay.
Can't do it across there, and I can do it from there.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, YouTube. Take care. We'll see you next seminar.
I just want to say on behalf of myself and probably everyone here, I think this week it's been amazing, educational, inspirational. I've been speaking on behalf of everyone saying it's been a hell of a lot of fucking good fun, and I'd just like to say thanks.
Thank you. Now, don't get too drunk tonight, and don't throw up all over the shit. I mean, because we've had enough people throwing up, and it's normally the quietest, the genteel, and it's normally, and I'm not suggesting, it's the Muslims that aren't supposed to drink that have thrown up the most.